want to talk about honor in relationships.
Wow.
Why do you say wow?
Because you just starting stuff.
I think it's so significant, and I think we don't really understand what honor is, and it's actually a key to healthy relationships.
Okay.
So I want to talk about first what I guess we need to talk about what honor is
what
first.
Is honor?
And a lot of us, you think, I don't know. I think sometimes when I was little, I was always described honor your mother and your father, and I know it was biblical, right?
Okay.
But I think I thought was just keep your butt out of trouble.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, not embarrass them or make them.
But it's so much deeper than that.
Okay.
And honor just doesn't go into the relationship with mother and father. It goes into the relationship with others. And because we lack in honor, I feel like we're lacking in our relationships. And so many of our relationships are being damaged and hurt because we're not honoring the people that we're connected to. So let's define honor, the educator in me. Honor means high respect, great esteem. Synonyms for honor are distinction,
Okay.
privilege,
All right.
glory, tribute, kudos. Isn't that interesting? Prestige, fame, renown, merit, credit, importance.
That's a lot.
It is. Nobility. And then the second is adherence to what is right or to a conventional standard of conduct, integrity, honesty, uprightness, ethics, morality. All of that is associated with honor.
Okay.
And in regard, so why are we lacking honor today in today's society?
Because that, from what you just defined, is a lot. I mean, that's asking. I'm not saying. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you just find something that is very, very convoluted.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know that we all know what honor is.
And because we don't know what honor is, we're not giving and showing honor.
Right. I guess.
But honor in verb or in action says to me that I have a high regard and esteem and respect for who you are as a person, right?
Okay.
And if we are, I'm just going to use as us Christians, honor should go into every relationship.
Yeah.
And so if we don't have respect or esteem for the person in regard to the person, then what happens is there will be no honor there, and we'll mistreat anybody as anything. So I have a golden rule that I try to use, right? Okay. And one of the things that I try to use is in dealing with people, I remind myself daily that you belong to God just like I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's for me, that's a key. Like, because a lot of time you going to respect me.
Yeah.
Right? You going to respect me.
Right.
You going to treat me right. But we don't extend the same grace to everybody else around us and remember to respect them and to remember to treat them right. And we sow seeds of discord. I know that's deep in it. Look how you look and sow seeds of discord.
I'm saying is, so my next question is going to be, put it in layman's terms. I see if that's where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm hearing is, yes, have respect for other people. That's honor.
Mm-hmm.
Consider other people that's in the relationship.
Mother, daughter, kid, whatever.
Other than yourself.
Respecting them as human.
Right.
Respecting them as people, right?
Right.
Definitely we can talk more in depth about honor. A lot of people don't understand when it says honor your mother and father, that doesn't end as you grow up. That as you grow up, you're still supposed to be honoring your parents. That's not a clause at the end of that. When the next part of that scripture says, fathers, provoke not your kids unto wrath, that's a symbol of honor. And so I think because we don't understand what honor really is, we lack honor. And that transitions in so many places. I'm going to be a little correct, even with our current presidency and our former presidency. And here is why.
Okay.
Because the Bible is clear about how we're supposed to treat our kings, right?
Right.
And even though they're not kings, they represent the highest form of government in the state, right?
Right.
Here's where it gets interesting for me.
Right.
When our former president was in office, a certain group of people did not ever want him to be that disrespected, right?
Right.
Because they felt it was racist, because they felt it was wrong, they felt it was whatever.
Right.
They wanted him to be honored, and groups of people were dishonoring him, right? We got a current president. I ain't saying whether or not his stuff is right?
Yeah.
But according to the code of honor,
Yeah.
things that have been said about him, things that have been done where he's done, should not have been done like they've been done, and it's not been honorable.
Respecting the office.
Respecting the office, not necessarily the person's
You know,
actions.
one thing and vice versa. It was always Obama. It was never President Obama.
No, it was
And
disrespectful.
so now
It's the same way with him.
it should be President Trump.
Period. And it's not. It's disrespectful with him as well.
There you go.
And it's like one doesn't. Sometimes we take actions to justify whether or not we still honor a person, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't deserve honor because their actions don't warrant honor.
Right.
But honor really isn't conditional,
Right.
right? Honor isn't conditional a long time. So another component of honor is fulfilling an obligation or keeping an agreement. That's another part of honor. That's honor that you fulfill, that you observe, that you implement, that you perform, that you execute, that you affect, that you obey, that you heed, that you follow.
Okay.
And so that I'm going to honor you if I committed to do something,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
If I told you I was going to do something, if I told you I was going to be involved in something, if I gave you my word, if I swore by myself, then I'm honoring you and honoring your relationship, our relationship, by keeping my word.
There you go.
And that even applies to our kids. So if we swore something by our kids, right? We told them we were going to eat lunch with them on Friday.
Yeah.
And then something comes up. It's not enough for us to be like, well, I got busy. So since I got busy, I don't have to keep my commitment.
Yeah.
Then there's no honor in that
Yeah, I
relationship.
was running around at the ice cream place last night because I told somebody
I love Manny.
before church that if he just stopped acting up and put the shoes on that his mother wanted him
He didn't want to wear the shoes.
No.
What kind of shoes were they? There was.
We were going to go. He didn't want to wear his dress shoes. He wanted to wear
I hate dress shoes. I
his,
understand.
his,
Sneakers?
yeah.
Why y'all ain't let him wear sneakers?
Because that's not what she wanted him to wear. And I understand that, except
I love Manny. Like, I
understand
can't wait
what
to
Manny
see.
was saying, but the problem was she had already said, "I want you to wear these shoes." So that
Because he needed to honor her.
That's right.
And
So
but
he
you
just-
bribed him with ice cream.
I had told him the day before that we were gonna go get ice
Oh,
cream.
okay. So you really
But
had to
then I
honor it.
reinforced it. You still want to go get ice cream after
Right.
church, and he said, "Yeah."
So did he consent and put the dress shoes on?
He did. He did.
Okay.
He came in church. He had his shoes on, and so there you go.
And so in that, that's
Last
also a
night
lesson
at
about
8
honor.
o'clock,
You was out getting ice
I
cream?
had to go get some ice cream because
Because that's what you told him.
that's what I told him.
And you have to honor that. And that's big. My Judah will call you out on it. And he'll say, because we have a set of family rules on the wall.
Okay.
And one of the family rules is keep your word.
Wow.
So if something happens and I don't, he leans up. Now, if they pardon me,
Yeah.
like I was out of town this weekend, and that Friday I told them that we were going to go see the Avengers.
Yeah.
And they knew I had a lot of little stuff going on. And they came through the door and pardoned me because they had, one was out of school and they had a half a day. He was like, Mom, if you want to wait till you get back,
Yeah.
that's fine. But I said, no, I gave you my word, so I'm going to fulfill this so that I can honor the relationship.
Okay.
And I was glad. It's some depth to it. On Wednesday, I'm going to talk to you about 4 key things that you need in your relationship to display honor
Wow.
so that you can make sure you do an honor check
Okay.
in your relationships and how you check people. One of them is how we talk about people when they're not around. If we go to the thing of love
My God.
and we go to the laws of love and we talk about love doesn't like shame or put a person out there.
Right.
So if I sin against you, I shouldn't be blasting that on Facebook.
There you go. Yeah. Let's move on.
Or you shouldn't be talking about me on
We'll
Facebook.
pick up from there on, when is this?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll have more trouble on Wednesday.
More trouble.
Yeah.
Honor your relationship.